in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black, and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite in Cincinnati, we gon' rise in the jungle, we unite in dripping orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Wake up the beast, every game day is a feast. Time to bust it off the leash. In the jungle, dripping heat. Tiger stripe the city streets. East side, stand up. West side, stand up. If you reppin', who day? Time to put your hands up. Bengals stripes, we in it. New day, new age, yeah, we get it. Cincinnati, jungle fitted. Who day in our house, we win it. Orange and black and white, we build it. Earn our stripes, you know we kill it. Bleed our colors, jungle dripping. Nasty, natty, yeah, we live it. Lit the crowd, get the city loud. Yeah, we feasting now. Fit the bounce, make the city howl. Now we beastin' now. Thunder through the tunnel, from the sideline to the huddle. Stripes we tatted on the jungle when we flex that who they muscle on them. Stripes, Cincinnati, we gon' rise in the jungle, we unite in dripping orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Stripes. Now who got 'em, who rockin' on? Stripes. Now who wanna move, crossing on? Stripes. Now who wanna move on? If you got stripes, then you let the city know you rock 'em. Yeah, we got 'em, yeah, we fought 'em. Like that black and orange on bottle, bingo bottle, never stop it. To the beast, the feast and know who they rockin' with the diamond stripes, flossing on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen. We gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black, and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite in
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the show on this early Saturday morning. This is Sports with Strawberry Ice. I'm your host, the Iceman, Jeff Trunapole. And as always, I bring you sports from a West Side point of view right here from the great city of Cincinnati, home of the back-to-back AFC North champion Cincinnati Bengals. Now, do me a favor, if you found the show, hit that like and subscribe button. Smash that thumbs up. You guys are awesome. I'm up to 2,401 subscribers. As always, I appreciate every single one of you guys. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitter X and you have yet to subscribe to my channel, why not? Please do so. Please go to the YouTube channel, Sports with Strawberries. Hit the subscription button. Hit the bell for notifications. And every time I go live, you'll be notified. Also, exclusively in the YouTube chat crew, we're doing super chats. So if you got a question you want to ask my buddy, Tony the Tiger, you got to say Tony the Tiger, Bengals NFL Fan of the Year, give me a super chat. Or if you just want to give a shout out to Tony or you want to support the show, give me a super chat. I would greatly appreciate it. And as always, I'm coming to you live from this glorious place down here. It's the Ice Cave. The Ice Cave is brought to you by T Properties. T Properties, quality housing for quality people. Check out the website at www.tpropertiesllc.com for all your rental property management needs and your rental needs. If I can talk to, it's early in the morning. I just got off work. It's hard for me to speak. Anyway, you know it. We hit the jackpot when we got Joe Burrow. We call him Jackpot Joey. If you want any of the gear and stuff, I'm not wearing it today because my Bearcats are playing, so it's Saturday. We're Bearcat stuff. Anyway, if you want any of the gear or anything, check out jackpotjoey9.com. Portions of proceeds go to the Joe Burrow Hunger Relief Fund. The beer is at Brick Brewery. It is delicious. Again, portions of the proceeds go to the Joe Burrow Foundation. What is up to everybody in the chat? Strangers in there. Johnny Paps is in there. Wow, my daughter-in-law, Heather. What is up? She is, it's an early show. It's time. Wait, hey, look, when Tony the Tiger has time to come on, you got to come on when he has time. So this is what I'm doing. Anyway, let's get to the man. I'm very happy for him. He is the Bengals Fan of the Year. He's none other than Tony the Tiger. What's going on, Tony?
Hey, what's up? How are you guys doing?
Good, man. Hey, congratulations. I am so proud of you and so happy for you because I know this means a lot to you. I'll let you explain it. You tell everybody what this means to you and how did it happen? How did they tell you you're the Fan of the Year?
Yeah, so first off, I appreciate everyone who nominated me. It's a great honor to be the 2023 Fan of the Year for the Bengals, to be able to represent the team, the fan base, the city. It's a great honor that I'm going to not take lighthearted for sure. So I'm looking forward to what it brings and what we have coming forth with it. So I'm excited. And how it happened was totally unexpected. It happened last week at the game. It was about 15, 20 minutes before kickoff. And they kind of fooled me to get me in there early.
They always do that, right? They got to surprise you somehow.
Right, and and you wonder how the Bengals keep able to surprise people and
Right.
doing things when they do these fan of the year things. But they got me for sure. But a few weeks ago, I did an episode from the jungle where they interviewed and followed me and Jimmy up to the city up north.
Yep.
And
I remember that one.
they were supposed to mic me up, but with the weather and the rushing, they never did get to mic me up as part of being in the crowd. And
Right.
those who follow that whole process, they've been micing up players, family, and other fans just to get that perspective. So that's kind of how they got me into it. Was, hey, we didn't get to mic you up last time. Let's mic you up this game. I'm like, all right, cool. So I get in there a little early, and they're putting the mic on me, and I get down to my seats, and I'm just looking at my phone, and my wife and Jimmy are hitting me, and they're like, "Look up!" And I look up, and here I am up on the jumbo screen, and they said supposedly they said a lot of good things. I really didn't know what was going on.
You're like, what? What?
Yeah, I was confused. I didn't really hear what they said, and then it really didn't hit me on what was going on
Right.
until the mascot was tapping me on the back of the shoulder, and I didn't know it was Who Day. So I turned around, and Who Day's there holding the fan of the year jersey, and then I kind of like, oh my gosh, then I kind of realized what was going on, and
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, Tony the Tiger got a little emotional, and face paint didn't hold up very well with the tears coming out of my eyes. But like I said, it's a great honor, and really appreciate everyone's support and the Bengals, and I'm just looking forward to what it brings.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, it's cool how they surprised everybody. Like Jimmy, they got him in the stadium. He thought he was doing something for them for the YouTube channel or whatever, and they got him that way. Phil, they got him down there. He thought he was gonna. He was singing Christmas carols or something
Yeah.
like that. He said, something like that. Then all of a sudden, Zach Taylor walked in. He's like, "What?" And then they got
Right.
you. You're the first one they got that I know of, because I can't remember what they did. Well, Sean got it, and unfortunately, it was COVID, so I don't.
Right.
He didn't get, unfortunately, he didn't get the biggest fanfare. But yours is the first one that I remember that was actually in the stadium during the game.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool that 70,000 people got to share that moment with me. So
Right.
it was pretty awesome, and yeah, it was, like I said, it was totally unexpected, total surprise. So
Exactly. That's cool. Now, Pork Chop here's got a question for you. He said, Tony, what you going to do to top Phil's coin flip at the draft? Because you get to do that this year.
yeah, supposedly, I guess if it keeps consistent with I haven't really gotten much information yet. The Bengals are on a bye week and everything as well. So
Right.
but if it keeps consistent, yeah, I guess I get to do a draft. But I'm hoping we're not in a position where any of that will matter. So I'll basically just be given a straight up draft and representing the Bengals, and we
the
won't
Super
have to
Bowl
worry
champs,
about.
baby. The
That's
Super
right.
Bowl
We won't have
champs.
to worry about no coin flip or any drama like last year. So
Right.
we'll see what
Exactly.
happens.
Exactly, man. All right. So you guys are on a game streak. You've gone to road games, home games. I think you told me your game streak is at 48. Is that right?
Yeah, so I've consistently went to 48 straight games home and away. And my one buddy, Bengal Brandon's what we call him.
Yep.
I think he just did his 60th game.
Yeah, he's the one that started the whole thing.
It was actually Caleb.
Caleb started. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, so he.
Oh yeah,
he
Caleb started. Not Brandon. Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
Yeah, he made it like 70 something, and then he ended up missing one. And then Jimmy was right there with us, but he missed a couple as well. But we started this adventure. A few years ago, just all sitting around talking, and we're like, hey, let's go to every game this year. And we're like, okay, sure. And then we all just kind of made it happen. A lot of creative budgeting and piling up in rooms and trying to make it cheap as possible. But it's been a really good time and fun. And my group that we hang out with, I call them the Bengal Roadies. They necessarily don't like that term, but
Yeah.
my wife and Bengal Brandon and Caleb and Jimmy and Trish and Kent and Jen and Luke and Marianne, all of us. It's
My boy Luke.
family, and it's just a lot of fun, and enjoy that group more than anybody knows. So it's been fun.
Yeah, exactly. That's a bunch of good people there. I know all of them. They're cool. So cool people there. But yeah, like I said, I don't know how you guys do it. I would love to do it. Like I said, I made 3 road games last year. That's the most I ever made to. So, but you also have you've been to over 200 Bengals games, right, in your lifetime?
Yeah, so my fandom and my love for the Bengals started back in '87 when I was 13. So I've made many games and been a long season ticket holder as well. So yeah, I'm over 200 plus games, 210, 215, somewhere around there over my lifetime as a fan. But these last 3 years have been a lot of fun going to every game.
Oh, heck yeah. My buddy Dale here's got a question for you. He said, congratulations, Tony. He said, favorite road city food-wise or go-to type of food?
Wow, that's a pretty good question. So favorite, so we always try to taste the, whatever food they have for that
Right.
area. It's just kind of something cool to do. But I would have to say, I can't remember who it was exactly. My wife would know because she actually, I think it might have been New Orleans, but it was like a barbecue pulled pork over French fries, and
Ooh,
that was really good. So that's probably my best food I've had, and I'm pretty sure that was New Orleans when we went to do that one.
that sounds good, man. You're making a fat guy hungry already.
Yeah, I hear you. Being this early, we haven't really had breakfast.
Yeah.
So.
I call it my second breakfast because I worked last night, so I got home. And my wife's like, "You got time for breakfast?" I'm like, "Yeah, real quick." I scarfed it down, and ran down here. So I kept. I'm still hungry. I can always eat. So how I think I've asked you this before when you're on my show. I think it was like 2 years ago you were on. I think it was. But how did you come up with Tony the Tiger, the hair, the paint, the outfit, everything? How did that come to be? Because I know I've seen it where the original paint and then it changed, kind of morphed into this one, and like how did that all come to be?
Yeah, so basically it started with my daughter. We were just going to a game, and I was just a normal fan, and everyone's everyone fandoms in their own way. But
Right.
daughter came down and said, "Hey, let's throw some face paint on." I'm like, "Okay, cool." And so she painted my face up, and like you said, it was a little bit. I kind of explained it like it's more tribal looking
Yeah, right.
back then. But it was fun. We went downtown, had a real good time with it, and people enjoyed it. And I was able to, kind of break out of my shell a little bit because people really didn't know who I was. And, I was going up to people that didn't recognize me and just having fun with it. And it was kind of born from there. And I've been doing it ever since. So I haven't missed a game, not being what I call Tony'd up since then. And that was, I think, about 13 years ago.
So you've had season tickets for about 13 years?
Yeah, it's been 13, 14 years maybe.
Have you been in the same section the whole time, or did you move around?
I've moved around a couple times, but definitely where I'm at now with in section 158. Well, you're in 158 too.
Yep.
158 rules.
Yes.
Being there with all my buddies and Jimmy.
Dude, we're the best section. Sorry, can't help it.
Yeah. I've been there probably 2 or 3 years now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a blast down there. You guys are down in front of us, big Warriors down there. I got Dale and Arrow sitting behind me. Third down guy is over there. It's a cool section. I really like it. Right by the Bengals tunnel. Right. And they keep raising ticket prices on me. Hopefully I can afford to stay down there next year. We'll have to see.
We got to pay Joe.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's called Pay Joe Stadium now. Yep. So this is what I want to ask you is, and this is I talk about fandom, and for me, growing up a huge Bengals fan, and the whole decade of the 90s and everything and what we went through and the old stigma of the Bengals. Because I remember this, Tony. I went to, and I've told a story before. I went to the Super Bowl in Tampa because my wife is from Tampa. We didn't actually go to the Super Bowl. We just went down there for it. So I went to the Super Bowl experience and all that stuff. And I was wearing my Joe Burrow jersey. And I'll never forget this. I swear it's a guy from Philly. We're just randomly walking by, and all of a sudden he goes, "Bengals! Why you got the Bengals on?" I said, "Because they're freaking." Well, I said another word. I said they're freaking awesome. I said, "And we're going to the Super Bowl next year," and that was 2020, which turned out I was right. And he goes, "Oh, get out of here!" Funny thing is, circle a year later, I went down there and I was wearing Bengals stuff. I'd going to a bar with my brother, my sister-in-law, and her boyfriend. I had so many people come, "Oh my God, we love the Bengals! They're giving me hugs. We root for you guys!" Like, dude, it switched like that. And I'm sure you experienced that too. You probably experienced it more going to different stadiums. What was that like? The fan switch for how people perceive the Bengals now.
Yeah, so us old guys has been around forever. I've been a fan for 30 plus years now.
Yep.
We've been through the rough of the bad, the roller coaster years, the 90s. We'll leave it at that. But
we also had the 80s of 2 Super Bowls. Just
right. But being able to see the fans and there's a lot of people saying bandwagoners and all that kind of stuff. And and if you're a fan, you're a fan, and right. I appreciate every one of you.
Right.
And and like you said, being able to go out and like go to different cities and we do this tailgate, we do the traveling tailgates, and so a lot of people don't get the opportunities to actually come to Cincinnati and watch a game. So when we do these traveling tailgates, like in Arizona, people go to those tailgates and get to experience what we do. We kind of take it for granted every week
Right.
when we have a home game. But to see in the airports and just as you travel around across the country, everyone's just wearing Bengals stuff. So I appreciate it. And I'm sure the Bengals do as well. And, we welcome all of them. So, if you want to be a Bengals fan, come on down and join the fun. And let's keep rooting for this team because they're going to be really relevant for the next few years for sure.
Absolutely. All right. Big sandwich here. Greg's got a question for you. Tony, any fans of other teams you've gotten to make good friends with? Because I know you guys are boys with a couple of them.
Oh yeah, so let's see, what was that? 22. I got inducted into the Pro Football Ultimate Fans Association.
Yeah, I'm glad you about. I was going to ask you about that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and it's PFUFA, and it's a great organization. It stands for everything that I believe into when it talks about supporting your fellow teams, being a fan of fans, the charity work, and all that kind of stuff. So it's a great networking system as well. I know people, fans from every team, and then as we visit around, it's been great to continue those relationships and grow new ones. So yeah, we definitely have relationships with other teams, and I get to talk to them on a regular basis. So everyone's just great, and then the whole thing about just being a fan of fans is, and no matter how you fan, just make sure you're yourself, do your own thing. Don't let anybody ever change that from you. Who you want to be. So it's a great organization, great group of fans out there, not only with the Bengals, but all the other teams as well.
Exactly, man. And one thing I was just thinking this way while you're talking. One thing I hope you get to enjoy because I know I'm pretty sure Phil did. I know Jimmy did. You got to go to the awards, NFL awards or honors, where honor ceremony. That's gonna be pretty cool to go to that, and you get to go to the Super Bowl no matter what.
Right. So yeah, the package that I received for being one of the 2023 Fan of the Year for the Bengals is basically I get to go to Vegas this year. They'll fly me and the wife out, accommodations, flights. I get to go to the awards dinner, like you said, which is going to be really cool. I get to go to attend the Super Bowl, and if all goes well, our Bengals will be there with us as well. So I'm looking forward to that, and of course, all of Who Day Nation being there right there with us in Vegas. So I'm looking forward to it. It should be a good time.
Now, one thing I want to give you a shout because you guys did something that I freaking should have done. I was going to do it. The 2020 year, I was going to go this before Betfred and everything. We had betting options on our phone. We had to go down to Lawrenceburg to make a bet. Dude, I was so sick and tired of everybody talking crap about the Bengals and all this stuff. And Joe Burrow's got his knee injury and you're going to ruin them. So I was going to go down, which I did. I drove down to Barstool. I was going to put $100 on the Bengals to go to the Super Bowl that year. Went down there. It was a Saturday. Got off work just like this. Drove all the way down there. They weren't freaking open. I'm like, and I never went back. And it kills me. But you guys made a bet. When did you make that bet?
So I don't know exactly when, but my buddy Caleb's the one that brought it to us. He's our gambling guru for the group. So we always ask him for input on stuff. So, but yeah, he laid it all out for us. We all pitched in money and we hit it pretty big. So, we had to go to Vegas to go to LA and we cashed out, our winnings there. And, we all walked away with several $1,000s. So it was a lot of fun.
I know, dude. I like the odds. Oh God. I'm like, I like when Evan McPherson would hit the field goal, I'm screaming like, yeah. And I look at my wife going, I could have won $3,000. Like if I just would have, because my wife and my mom are like, oh, you just want to throw away $100? I'm like, no. I'm like, I think the Bengals are going to go to the Super Bowl. I'm like, oh, I was right.
Yep.
So trust me, my wife has never heard the end of that one. Just to say, I was right. She was wrong anyway. So, all right. So your real job is you're a linesman for Duke Energy, and I know right before the season started, you had to go down to Florida and take care of some stuff down there because of the hurricane and everything. How is that? Did people know that you're Tony Tiger down there, or were you just Tony?
So I'm a supervisor of operations, and basically I'm over and I work with the line personnel that maintain the lines. And as you said, Hurricane Adelia came through there, did a lot of devastation down in Florida, and is actually our service territory down there at Duke Energy. So we deployed down there, and it's kind of funny because when hurricane season is during football season, so
always
when I get asked about going to help with storm, but I always want to because it's
right.
one of those things, right? You just want to help people and get their power back on. because we take that for granted a lot, when you flip that switch. But I also got to look at it from my perspective of my football addiction that I have. So I was
I
looking
like
at
how you
that. I was
put that
like,
to your football
we got
addiction. I
2
like
weeks.
that.
Yeah, we got 2 weeks before the first game. Okay, I should be able to do that and get back. But it was getting close, man. That Friday, I was like talking to my director. I'm like, I gotta get home. I got a game to go to. But so it worked out for me that I was able to get home. But yeah, being able to do that and go down there and help people's an awesome feeling for myself and for our group. And it's a little bit different work than just the normal daily stuff. But they got hit pretty hard down there. It was devastating. And my work is kind of pulled in or took into the Tony the Tiger fandom as well. So yeah, I did like 6 interviews down there this time, and kind of putting that collation together of Tony the Tiger and
Did
me
you have
work.
the face paint and everything, or you just
No, it was just
no?
me. It was just me. Yeah, people just love that story of me being a big football fan and turning around and dropping everything and going down there and helping people with the power and restoring power and that kind of thing. So, but yeah, they know me as Anthony down there, but they also know me as Tony the Tiger and all the work that we do and that kind of stuff. So it was fun to do those interviews.
Yeah, I bet it was. Yeah, because I remember because I saw you down at Holy Grail that Friday when James Rapine was doing his book signing, and I'm like, "Oh, dude!" I gave you a big hug. I'm like, "I didn't know you were." I was wondering if you're gonna make it back in time for the game or not. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
It's coming." I'm like, "I knew you're down there for a couple weeks." I'm like, "I figured you would," but hey, sometimes sometimes the work calls, and you don't sometimes don't have a choice. But I was glad to see you're able to make it there. So,
Right.
with that being said, what's your feeling of the Bengals season right now? Now, to me, what I've been saying is it's a lot like last year. Now, yeah, Joe Burrow had the appendectomy. He had a calf thing this year. We got off to an 0-2 start. We got off to an 0-2 start in the division. Everybody's like, the world's falling, yada, yada, yada. But a bye week again this week, or this year, we're 3-3. We're going to go. We got and I call them the Sucky Niners because I can't stand Joe Montana. He destroyed my childhood. So, so anyway, we got Sucky Niners coming up. I got a feeling, Tony, we're about to go on a run again. That's just me. Where are you at on the Bengals season so far?
Yeah, so we're 3-3, and for us who's been following the Bengals the last few years, this is typically where we're at. The bye week falls at a great time for us right now. It allows, I think Burrow's getting better, and with this bye week, it's going to allow him to maybe even get to 100%. So I'm looking forward to that. I do believe we have one of the toughest schedules, though, as well.
We had that last year, though, too. Remember?
Yeah, coming up in the second half. So I think it's going to be a challenge, but I do believe I agree with you. I think we're going to win quite a few games in the second part of the season, and I think you're going to see us be a contender and be relevant, when it comes to the playoff season. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, the only bad thing is that we might have to go to Kansas City again they might get the number 1 seed again because we got off to such a bad start.
Right.
But it is what it is. So talk about a little bit because I know you and Bagel Jim are boys, and you're on his show a lot now. Because when we first started, you were kind of behind the scenes doing stuff, but you're more in front of the camera now. You getting comfortable with that, Tony?
Yeah. So our podcast, Talking Football with Bengal Jim and Friends, is a phenomenal show. He started that, probably 4 or 5 years ago.
Hey, that's how I started mine.
Yeah, so he does a lot of good things with it. We have, everyone does the same thing. We have former players come on and all that kind of good stuff. And Jimmy, like you said, is a really good friend of mine. We've grown over the years. There's a lot of good people on that show, and it deals with the tailgate as well. It's not just Jimmy, it's not just me. It's a handful of people. Craig and James and Caleb and all of them. Brandon, all of those I've mentioned before. They actually make all this work. So one thing that's unique about our tailgate is basically, I don't know how many people know this, but we're a 501c3, so we're a nonprofit tailgate, and that just drives our whole initiative around our campaign around fundraising and doing charity work. And if you guys keep up with us, we're approaching $90,000 already this year.
That's awesome, dude.
For charities, and it's a lot of fun. It's a big commitment for us. It's what we drive for. And 100% of the proceeds go to our charity that we work for. We get a lot of help and support with sponsors and that kind of thing for items that we give out. And then another big part that I really enjoy, and we got some tickets that were donated a couple years ago that started this, and it's called Tony's Tickets for Kids.
Yeah,
and basically what we do is take those donated tickets and we do a little contest, and I help facilitate all that. And we basically allow kids to go to their first football game, and it's with the Bengals. So that's even better. We get some support from Ron Boyle, Custom Chains. He'll make some chains up for them.
By the way, today's his birthday too. So if Ron, you're watching, shout out, happy birthday, brother.
Yeah, happy birthday, Ron, to you, buddy. And he's a great supporter. We get T-shirts, all kinds of stuff. Anything that we can do to make that kid have a great time,
right?
For their first game, we'll get them up on the stage. We'll get the crowd chanting and who daying at them and all that kind of good stuff. So it's a lot of fun. But yeah, it's great organization, great podcast. Like I said, we're a 501c3, doing a lot of great work, and like I said, we're approaching $90,000 in charity work.
That's awesome, dude. Now you guys, along with Ted Karras and Cincy Hats, got a thing going on Monday night at 16 Lots, which is this is the new ones over at Newport on the Levee, Monday from 5 to 8. Looks like you guys are gonna be selling some bobbleheads too there.
Yeah, so a couple of great partners, and Dell with 16 Lots, the Southern Outpost. He's our beer sponsor down there at the tailgate. He always supplies the beer for us. So he's got a new restaurant and thing out there. Sorry, I was getting a phone call.
Oh, you're all right.
And
so ISIS show, God.
Yeah, they're right. So Dell's a great supporter. So I know Jimmy worked really hard to partner with Cincy Hats and 16 Lots to get this beanie release happen at his facility. And then Cincy Bob's Josh, great friend of ours, great friend of the tailgate, and he's going to come out there and have some bobbleheads available for that has Ted Karras' signature on them and that kind of stuff. And actually, just to throw a little thing out there for Cincy Bob's, they have a pickup over there in Fairfield at heads as well. So if you aren't doing anything Sunday morning, go out there and see Josh and him as well.
There you go. Yeah, go check them out. Yeah, I know it's gonna be a blast. Like I told you before we got on the air, I'm gonna be there, but I ain't gonna be there till like the last hour because I got the show to do. But we didn't do. We helped promote the one that Ted did this summer, and it was an absolute blast. We were there for like 6 hours, and I don't know how Ted did it. He stood the whole time and signed everybody's autograph and talked to everybody. I kept going like, dude, you want a chair? No, I'm good. I'm like, all right, dude. And I'm like, all I did is go get him a couple of beers and hang out. So hang out with him. So, but it was an absolute blast. I can't wait to get there Monday night. If you guys didn't get to the one this summer, definitely go to this one. It's awesome. Go get the beanies, get autograph from Ted, and who knows, maybe somebody else will show up because I know Trenton Irwin showed up for the one this summer. So who knows? Maybe Ted might have a surprise that somebody that he knows coming.
Yeah, Ted's a great dude. His mission and working with Matt and Cincy Hats, it's a great story there. It kind of lines up with what we deal with Ken Anderson Alliance.
Yep.
They both have the same mission. They actually even visited with each other to see to get some do's and don'ts from each other and help each other out. So, but yeah, Ted's a great dude. I love talking with him and seeing him around and that kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to that event as well.
That's what's so cool about the. I mean, I don't know a lot. I've only got to talk to a couple of them. I got to talk to Ted. I've got to talk to Orlando Brown, and Corey Dillon's. I've got pretty cool with him here lately. But all the Bengals and former Bengals that I've met, it's like we always put them on these pedestals or whatever, but most of them are just cool as hell, dude. They're just like us, just chill, sit down, have a beer, and have a conversation. It's really not that I was surprised, but you always just are, I guess surprised at how easy they are to talk to.
Yeah, so you're right. The players are, they got some great skills. They're getting paid some really good money to play a sport that we love and enjoy and get to watch them. But, if you get the opportunity to sit down and talk to them and engage with them, they're just like me and you. And they have beliefs, they have principles, and they have charity initiatives as well. And it's just been a really good privilege for myself and, Bengal Jim and friends and Before the Roar to be able to have some of those guests come there and do some of their and actually showcase their charity. And that's one thing that you got to keep in mind, too, with our charity. It's just not all about the money. It's also the fact that we get to showcase that charity and bring attention to it.
Right.
A lot of people don't know about certain charities, right. And us being able to talk about it, bring it up and what they do and what they're for. I think that's just as crucial as having some monetary value being able to be given to them. So, there's a lot of players out there that you don't even know they have charities, and they do. it's great to be able to help showcase those as well.
Yeah, and the cool thing, it's about helping each other out. That's the biggest thing. Is like anytime you can help somebody out, and you do your part. That's a good thing. That's what makes the world go around. That what makes the world a better place. So anytime you can help any charity out, or volunteer at a charity, or anything like that, or give a helping hand to somebody in general, that's just good life lessons. I mean, that's what I try to live by. Just try to help people out, treat people how you want to be treated. You're not always going to like what everybody says or what everybody does, but you can still be cool with them,
Right. So yeah, it's one thing that, everyone does charity a different way. Some agree with it, some don't, but however you decide to contribute, at least you're contributing.
Right.
And a lot of people say stuff to me like, you get paid to do this, you get paid for doing that. And people do offer me money. And there's a lot of people that offer Bengal Gym and Friends Before the Roar tailgate a lot of money, but we do not take any of it. We basically direct it to charity. So we tell them, to donate it to our charity or the charity that we're doing that week. So it's really cool to have this platform to help with that fundraising even more. So
absolutely,
it's a lot of fun.
And Tony, you can't always worry about the haters, man. People are going to hate no matter what. So,
Right.
It is what it is, brother. So anyway, I appreciate what you guys do. Like I said, dude, seriously, I am so happy that you're fan of the year. That is so cool. Anyway, just anything you want to plug before I let you get out of here?
No, just have fun with the Bengals. Enjoy the second half of the season. I plan on heading out to San Fran here. Me and the wife are gonna make a vacation out of it.
Nice.
If you're looking for a tailgate and you want to have some fun, and we got Donato, Skyline, all that good stuff. Come out and visit us here at Bengal Gym and Friends Before the Roar.
Sounds good, Tony. Hey, I appreciate you, man. I'll see you. Well, not this Sunday, or I'll see you in 2 weeks on Sunday night. That's what I'll see you.
We'll see you there.
All right, brother. Who day?
Who day?
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Tony's a great dude. I've known him for a couple years now. Like I said, I didn't know him from a hole in the wall until a couple years ago. But every time I see him, like I said, I saw him at Holy Grail. I didn't know if he was going to be back in time for the game. Came up, gave me a big hug. I'm like, "What's up, dude?" So it's a good time hanging out with them. Go check out Bengal Gym and Friends, their show, their tailgate, all that stuff. It's Saturday. I'm gonna go watch some college football. Let's hopefully my Bearcats will win today. But let me get to the Facebook groups that let me live stream, and I appreciate every single one of them. They are Who Day Nation, Who Day Legion, Bearcat Ruckus, Radical Reds, the Ohio State Bucknuts, the Ice Bar, and then, of course, you can follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Sports with Strawberry Ice, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Threads. TikTok or Twitter handle is at Jeff A. Trenopole. TikTok is at Iceman90. I will be pulling a sound off on this one because I didn't have the internet issues that I had last night. So it will be on the podcast. Check it out. It's on BeanPod, Apple iTunes, Spotify, Google, Stitcher Play, pretty much wherever you get your podcast. Please make sure you rate, like, and review. Leave a comment and a 5-star review so more citizens and fans can find my podcast. YouTubers, you guys are awesome. Like I said, 2,401 subscribers. If it wasn't for you guys watching, I wouldn't have anybody subscribing to my channel. So I wouldn't have anybody watching. I wouldn't be able to get Tony the Tiger on. I wouldn't be able to get Corey Dillon on, Cam Taylor Brennethead on, Ted Karras, any of these guys that I've been able to get on. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for subscribing. Hit the thumbs up, hit the likes, tell everybody about it. And let's go Bengals. They are going to freaking win. I seriously, I do not like the Sucky Niners. They ruined my childhood. Other than that, that's just sports, baby. See ya!
Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black, and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite and Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and dripping orange and black and white. Who day when we fight, live and die in these streets. Wake up the beast, every game day is a feast. Time to bust it off the leash. In the jungle dripping heat, tigers strike the city streets. East side stand up, west side stand up. If you rapping, who day? Time to put your hands up. Bengal stripes, we in it. New day, new age, yeah, we get it. Cincinnati jungle fitted. Who they in our house, we win it. Orange and black and white, we build it. Earned our stripes, you know we kill it. Bleed our colors, jungle dripping. Nasty, natty, yeah, we lit it. Lit the crowd, get the city loud. Yeah, we feasting now. Fit the pounce, make the city howl. Now we beasting now. Thunder through the tunnel from the sideline to the huddle. Stripes we tatted on the jungle when we flex. Now who wanna move on 'em? If you got stripes, then you let the city know you rock 'em. Yeah, we got 'em, yeah, we fought 'em. Like that black and orange or bottle. Bingo bottle, never stop it. To the beast and know 'em. Who ain't rockin' with the diamond stripes, flossing on the rim?